The RV Show USA is brought to you by Rockwood, building better RVs, making smarter RVers.
So here's the deal. If you don't know who Matt is, Matt Foxcroft. I met Matt. I've never met him in person, but I just kind of stumbled across his YouTube channel probably a year or so ago. And there was just something about this guy. He's a little quirky, but gosh, he's so likable, so genuine, so energetic. And anyway, I called him up, and he was, I think he was in Maryland, working for an RV dealer in Maryland at the time. But he was awesome to have on the air. He just, as I said, he's genuine, he's young, he's enthusiastic, and very, very smart. So he does these reviews on RVs. And so since then, I've had him on the show a couple of times, and I've watched this young man's career, and it's just taken off. I mean, he has a way of connecting with people. And, well, you're going to find out here in just a second. So should we go ahead and bring him in? Let's, Matt, are you there?
Howdy, I'm here.
Howdy. I just gave you a tremendous intro. Did you hear it?
I did not. No, thank you, though.
Well, you're welcome. And you can buy me a steak dinner sometime when we meet for that.
Nice. Absolutely.
So tell everybody, give folks who don't know who Matt Foxcroft is. Who are you, Matt? What do you do? And then I've got a whole bunch of phone calls. We're going to just bang, 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 and get to as many as we can.
Perfect. Well, hello, everyone. My name is Matt. I'm an RV salesman at General RV of Ocala, Florida. I also have my own YouTube show called Matt's RV Reviews. It's the world's only true unbiased RV review channel out there. I just do normal RV reviews, but I do a little twist on it. I give you the 3 things I love about the motorhome and the 3 things I dislike about it. And yeah, we went from, about 1,200 subscribers a year ago to yesterday we hit 40,000 subscribers.
I'm so proud of you and for you. You work so hard and you just seem so genuine and happy. I got a question. Is anybody greasing you, paying you to do these reviews?
What do you mean?
A manufacturer says, hey, yeah, a manufacturer, a rep going, hey, Matt, here's your little deal. Say something good about us or say something bad about somebody else.
Man, I wish. If any of them are watching, that'd be pretty cool. But no, nobody's doing that.
Yeah, I know that people are wonder, but because the truth is, hang on, I'm looking at almost like, it looks like a prize fight or something in front of me. You guys are just going back and forth. We ought to have a camera back behind me so you can see what's going on, everybody. We got Shemaya and Miss Katie. I didn't know if y'all were fighting or dancing or trying to figure things out. What are you doing?
We're trying to get a choreographed dance. We're going to do something special for the RV Show USA.
Sign language. All right. So Matt, the other day you did a quick little video inviting people to call and pose their questions. And we got a bunch of them. Can we just kind of jump right in?
Let's do it.
All right. We got the first one is Bill from Pennsylvania. And let me see if I can. Here we go.
This is Bill Schaefer calling from Weatherly, Pennsylvania. This is for Matt from Matt's RV Review. I just want to say that those two do a beautiful job taking you around all the motorhomes from the comfort of our living room. My wife and I love the shows. No pressure, no nothing. Just
you there?
Enjoy.
I can't hear anything.
And eventually we'll be buying one of them. Thank you for everything.
All right. So we obviously have got an issue here but go ahead.
All
right. We're going to get this fixed.
Hang on. We're going to get this fixed. You and I are going to chat for a minute. What it was, Bill was talking from Pennsylvania. He just said that he loves watching you and Andrea from the comfort of their living room and dreaming about some of the RVs that you do reviews on. And just stand by just a second. So you can still hear, you still got me, right, Matt?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So hopefully that you'll be able to hear the next telephone call. Anyway, he was mentioning about Andrea. Who the heck is Andrea?
Andrea's my beautiful wife. And she is my camera girl, executive producer. And it's really funny because, keeping it real, when, I'm from Maryland and I moved down to Florida about 7 months ago. And, it's pretty funny because, me, Will, and Jen, we were kind of doing the show together.
Mm-hmm.
And when I moved, I was like, oh, man, who's going to record me? And Andrea's like, I'll do it. and, we're all like, oh, you're going to mess up the show. But actually, it's complete 360, and everybody loves her, and she is the best part of the show now, I think. Just her input and our feedback and our back and forth and her insight. It's so funny because I'm an RV salesman, so I look at things differently than the way she looks at things, and it's a nice combination of, her input, and a lot of people love her.
Well, I think that most people agree with you, Matt, because everybody says Andrea is just awesome. So
I actually have a question for Matt. Now, Matt, this isn't an RVing question before we move on to more of these phone calls, but I am seeing so many comments saying something about a puppy.
Oh, yeah. So we just got a new baby golden retriever.
Oh, they're the best, aren't they?
No, they're horrible. And all it does is eat, poop, and sleep.
Hey, that sounds like a Chihuahua.
I used to be a golden retriever daddy, and now I'm the daddy of 5 Chihuahuas. Actually, I'm the daddy of 3, and I guess I'm now the granddaddy of 2. So, but I know about picking up poop and pee, but there's nothing better than the love of a good dog, I'm telling you.
Yeah, and I will say this. Honestly, I was a little upset when Andrea brought her home because I didn't know. But, it did end up working out well because, it gave her and everybody a lot to do during this coronavirus, That puppy's a 24-hour job,
My dad's been through that surprise puppy a few times, and my husband went through that last year before we got married.
Yeah, I don't like those kind of surprises. So, all right, let's jump over to Terry calling from Katy, Texas.
Perfect.
See if you can hear this one. I can't hear it. Click it again.
Hi, this is Terry. I live in Katy, Texas, just outside of Houston. And my question is for Matt, from Matt's RV Reviews. I like the L-shaped dinette, the one from the old Thor Ace. I feel like it was maybe in the 2014-ish time period. Are there any good Class A's that don't have that dinette that everybody has, but instead has the L-shaped dinette? I figured that would be good if I was trying to save space and didn't want to have a dinette and a couch.
Yeah. That's a great question, Terry. What do you think?
That's a great question, and it's funny because I just know it. The only one out there is the 2020 Fleetwood Flair model 29M. That's the only one that's doing that L-shaped dinette right now.
Okay. What was that again? Just one more. Repeat it if you would.
Sorry. The only manufacturer and brand that's doing that right now is Fleetwood. Oh, and Holiday Rambler, but they're the same.
Yeah.
The Fleetwood Flair 29M.
Got it.
That's the floor plan.
All right. Let's go to another call. Folks, we've got Matt from Matt's RVs on the show. And if you're not yet subscribed to his YouTube channel, you better jump on the Matt train because I'm telling you, 40,000 people already have, and he's on his way to 50 real quick. Here's another call, and let's do this one.
All right.
What am I doing wrong there, Shemaya? Hang on.
What's going on?
Double click. Come on. There we go.
I was calling because I'm excited to see Matt and Andrea from Matt's RV Review. I had a question for him. I'm thinking of purchasing an RV for me and my family. It's myself, my husband, and 2 young boys, ages 5 and 9. And I want to know what the best small RV, the smallest, least expensive RV for us is to do a little traveling around the country during the summertime. And I love that he and Andrea give some like real reviews of the RVs. They're great with that.
That's awesome. She did not leave a name or where she was calling from, but I thought that was really nice. How do you answer a question like that, Matt?
Well, that's a tough one because there's so many different variables. What's inexpensive? How small is small? Are you talking a small Class A? That's going to be around 29 feet, 30 feet. Or are you talking a small Class C, which you can get down to 24 feet? There's so many different variables there, and that one's really tough to answer. What I would say is, if it was me and I had 2 kids, well, 4 people traveling, I would get something with bunk beds or I would get a Class C with the bunk over the cab, because it is a real pain in the butt to drop the dinette down every time to go to bed.
Right. But, you know, that question, it's like asking what's the best tool to use in a toolbox? What are we trying to do? Are we trying to hammer something?
Right, what's the job?
Exactly. And when you were on the radio show, the RV Show USA radio program recently, and you said that you had a unique way, kind of a different way, if you will, of sales, that you almost interview the person that's coming in to buy the RV. Can you talk about that for a second? Then we're going to run on out to Jeff, who's got another question.
Yeah, no doubt. So what I like to tell people is, I don't really consider myself an RV salesman. I really don't care about this brand or that brand or, whatever. I'm not trying to sell you an RV. I like to ask a lot of questions, and I more consider myself like an RV matchmaker, kind of like eHarmony, but RV Harmony, you know? Mm-hmm. And pretty much whatever the questions is, I feel like, I'll ask certain questions, and then it's just a process of elimination. Also, when I always ask my customers, when we're out in the unit, tell me what you absolutely love about this particular unit and tell me what you don't like. I tell everybody I don't make the unit, so I'm not getting offended, but it's just a process of elimination to help try to find the best RV for you.
To steer them into the right RV. I love that. So, all right, Shemaiah, hit another call if you can.
My name is Jeff. I'm calling from Louisiana, and my question is for Matt, from Matt's RV. Matt, difficult question. If you had $100,000 budget, and you want an A-class motorhome, and you're going to be living in it for a few months at a time, would you spend the money on a top-tier older model, or a less top-tier newer model, or a newer gas model?
That's a good question. What's the answer there, Matt?
Dang, that's a difficult one.
Yeah.
So, the problem, and it's not a problem, but that's a great question, because that $100,000 is that magical number, right? I mean, you can almost get a really good quality, I call it a tier 4 or a tier 3 motorhome for $100,000. But you would be over the budget. Whereas you can get a top-end motorhome that's a year or 2 old for that. So that's really tough. For me, I would say, personally, I would get the higher-end one if I was full-timing in it. But if I wasn't full-timing in it, then I would get the middle-of-the-road one that you can buy brand new for $100,000. Again, that one's tough because there's so many different variables,
Yep. Okay. And that's why, folks, there's not a one size fits all. It's everybody's different. Everyone's needs are different. In fact, your needs today may not be the same as they are 2 or 3 or 4 years from now. Probably won't be. So you got to look into the future, evaluate where you are, where you're going, how often you're going to use it, so on and so forth. That's why finding the right RV dealer, finding the right salesperson that's a good listener, and like Matt said, like RV Harmony, she puts you with the RV that's best for you. Let's take another call.
Hi, this is Andy from Pembroke Pines, Florida, and my question is for Matt of Matt's RV Review. Is subscribing to your channel the same thing as becoming a member of Matt's RV Review crew? If it's not the same, what's the difference? Thank you very much, and I enjoy the mutual respect both you and Andrea show each other on each RV review. It makes it entertaining, and it's why I keep coming back to watch them.
What's he talking about, Matt?
So I have a website, matsrvreviews.com. Believe it or not, that URL wasn't, that domain wasn't taken when I was looking for it. No, but so it's just my email list, and I'll send out email notifications and stuff. And, this was back when Jen helped create my website, and we just called it be a member of the RV Review crew because it kind of sounded good. That is different from subscribing on YouTube. So the difference is when you're a member of the RV review crew, I will sometimes email you, exciting stuff or limited edition stuff, or, it's just an email newsletter where when you subscribe on YouTube, YouTube sends you a notification every time I upload a new video.
But it's sort of insider stuff. It sounds like
insider stuff.
Yeah. I have a question in terms of RVs that you sell, the people you sell to. What's the biggest group? Are they newbies, first timers? Are they, and if they are they retirees or soon to be retirees? Are they young families? I mean, break it down. Give me the largest group and maybe the second largest group demographically of who Matt Foxcroft sells RVs to.
Well, that's what's really great. I mean, there really is no, demographic. I mean, once you try to figure it out, it's really kind of tough to figure out. Here's what I will say. Everybody who I do sell to, they're all awesome people. And you know this. I mean, very, very rarely are RVers kind of jerks. You know what I'm saying? There's no other way of saying it. Somebody once asked me, they're like, "Hey, Matt, why don't you sell cars? You would make more money selling cars." And I'm like, but then you have to deal with everybody, and people give you attitudes and this and that. Whereas when selling RVs, I mean, you're selling vacation, you're selling fun, you're selling a luxury purchase that, it's an item that people don't need. So yeah. Now here's what I will say. There is different demographics of people, and I could almost guess when people walk in, what style of RV they're looking at, which is pretty fun.
Yeah.
But it's funny when I get it right.
But hang on. You sounded almost like a politician. You didn't answer. I mean, serious. Are they? You've got so many fans. I mean, and I know that people buy literally off of the internet. Are most of them first-time RV buyers or not?
Oh, no. It's about 50-50.
Is it?
Half the people trade in and half the people are buying for the first time.
Cool. I was just curious about that. We got a lot more calls. Let's, folks, we got Matt from Matt's RVs on with us. If you've not yet subscribed to his YouTube channel, what are you waiting for? Just in the search bar in YouTube, Matt's RV Reviews, and you'll join 40,000 other avid fans. All right, hit another call.
Hi, this is Debbie Tokening, and I'm calling from Virginia, and this is for Matt from Matt's RV Reviews. My question for Matt is, what is the most unusual customization request he's ever gotten from a customer? And I just love to watch him and Andrea. Thank you so much.
That was nice. Yeah, what is the most unusual request?
So I had somebody one time they bought a motorhome and then took absolutely everything out of it to make a dog, what's that called? A dog washing station.
A business, like a mobile dog washing groomer? Yeah. A dog groomer.
Yeah, I thought it was I said that's the weirdest thing I've ever seen, because you're paying a lot of money for the oven and the refrigerator and the sofa and the dinette, and they just gutted everything to make a mobile dog salon.
Wow. Everybody uses it differently. All right, we got Mike from Kentucky is next.
Hello, my name is Mike from Fort Knox, Kentucky, and I'm calling for Matt's RV Reviews. Well, first off, Matt's RV Reviews is absolutely awesome. I watch them pretty much daily. And my question to Matt would be, when are you going to start doing more towables? I see that you do a lot of Class A's and a lot of Class B's, Super C's. We want to see more towables, Matt, so when are you going to do it?
I love it. When are you going to do it?
Well, I actually started, I have a second YouTube channel. It's called Matt's RV Reviews Towables. And what we were doing for the last month, we were doing an RV review every day, one on the main channel for motorhomes, one on the second channel for towables. But something really weird happened in the last 2 weeks. I've been the busiest of my life at the dealership. It's been absolutely insane. Like today, today I sold 4 RVs. It's, I think everybody's getting sick of the corona and everything. And so everybody's starting to buy RVs now. So I've barely had enough time to stick to the one channel, let alone both channels. But I think in the next week or two, once things kind of simmer down again, I'll be doing, a motorhome, a towable. So I do have a second channel out there, Matt's RV Reviews Towable.
I just love hearing that things have popped in the last 2 weeks over there in Florida, because here in Texas, it's been literally the first part of April was like, oh no. And over the last 2 weeks, it's just been this groundswell. And up at Big Chief, our campground in Central Texas, the phone will not stop ringing. We can't get to all the phone calls. People are just dying to go camping. So I don't think it's just Texas. It's not just Florida. It's all over the place. People just want to get outdoors.
Yeah, no, it's insane. Like, literally, if you don't, like, over the last 2 weeks, I haven't taken what's called a fresh up. Everybody I've had has been an appointment.
Wow.
Just because it's been that busy. It's crazy.
Wow, that's awesome. Let's hope it keeps going. I think it's going to for a while. So, all right, let's get another call. Then we're going to kind of wrap things up. I mean, I'm telling you, Matt, we could go for hour after hour with all the people that love you. But let's take another call. Go ahead.
My name is Jim Hume of Denver, Colorado. My question is for Matt's RV review. Is there any benefit for a first-time RV buyer buying new over used?
Yeah, what do you think of that?
Yeah, so there's a lot of pros and cons to buying new versus used. When you buy new, you're going to take a depreciation hit. That's no secret. But you get to buy exactly what you want. When you buy used, you're not necessarily taking that depreciation hit, but you might have to compromise on a few things, especially if you're trying to hit a certain price range. Not only that, you might be able to, again, kind of going back to that question earlier, let's say your budget's $100,000. You might be able to get a better quality unit used rather than a lower end unit new. But at the same time, two other things. Also, when you buy used, when you buy new, don't think you're buying it and it's going to be perfect. There's definitely going to be kinks that need to be worked out. And when you buy used, those kinks might be worked out, or there was way too many kinks, and that's why they traded it in.
Yeah.
So you never know with used.
Well, and that's why I suggest getting a third-party inspector to look at these things, even if it's a new one. I mean, if you're spending $100,000, what's another $400? I mean, just in case.
100%. I 100% agree with that. As you said, that's 1% of the cost to protect your investment. And you're 100% right. It's a lot of money, and people should take it serious and, spend the extra couple $100 to get it inspected.
Yeah. Folks, Matt from Matt's RV Reviews is on with us, and I know that there are a lot of people probably watching right now saying, when's he going to get to my call? We could not get to everyone's call, and that's why when he did the video, it was kind of first come, first serve. We do have some more calls. We've got another one here in just a second, but we're going to put the phone number up on the screen. Each week we do this live stream. We do it Wednesdays starting at 7 p.m. Central Time right here on YouTube as well as on Facebook and our many Facebook group pages. You can be a part of the show. We certainly wish you would. You can call up our 24-hour voicemail, leave a message for whoever our guest is going to be, or leave a comment about the show. Oftentimes we will send out a prize to someone if you do leave a message. So Graphics Girl over here will put the phone number up on the screen.
I got it up now.
All right. But for right now, Shemai, I want you to hit another call.
Hi, I'm Lewin, and I would like to thank Matt and his lovely wife, Andrea, for all the hard work that they do. And question I'd like to ask Matt is if he was putting his mother in a Class A or Class C, which would it be? And what would be the main things that a single woman would have to make sure she had equipped in an RV when she hits the road?
That's another one of those tough questions, I think.
Yeah, that's a tough question. But what I would think, I would have to take it literal and think of my mom. And so I think my mom would not like driving a Class A. Not that there's anything wrong with a Class A. I'm just thinking my mom would prefer the Class C, okay? Because the Class C is going to be safer than a Class A because you have the cab where the Class A you don't, right?
Right.
And this one might be a little controversial, but, that's who I am. What I would put my mom in for 2020 is probably an Integra Odyssey 24B. Just because that's something small, she'd be solo herself, and it's a great combination of quality and price for what you're getting. Now, a lot of people, I think I've mentioned this to you before. The reason why I say for 2020 is because I feel like, this year that's the best value. Now, with that said, next year somebody in Indiana might look at the analytics and say, hey, we're doing really good with this product, and then they raise their price $10,000 next year, and then I don't love it anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the way I look at an RV is different. I look at the features that you're getting divided by the price point that you're paying.
Okay. I think I got it. In terms of quality, I have a question. When the manufacturers get going again, they've been shut down for quite some time. There's some concern. I'm getting some emails and people are Facebooking me, asking me if the first units that come off the line when they go back to work, if they may need to give those workers a little bit of time to get the rust out, so to speak, and maybe don't buy one that's just coming off the line. What are your thoughts on that? Does that make any sense?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. It's kind of like you never want an RV that was built on a Friday. But, yeah, I wouldn't necessarily worry about that. I think everybody would be excited to get back to work. I would more say, I would more talk about, like, did you know the motorhomes are coming out with the new engines, the new 7.3 liter V8 for 2021?
Right.
So that's the new engine coming out. And what I like to tell everybody is it's supposed to be better than the new V10 or than the V10 that they have out now. But the key word is supposed to be. So you never know. And with RVs, what I like to tell everybody is, you have to, it doesn't matter when that RV was made or what it is, if it's the V8 or the V10, if it's the first one made or the last one made. You always want to look at it because at the end of the day, they are made by man. And so you have to analyze each individual RV. Because I've sold, and I'll be completely honest, I've sold brand X before, and the customer had nothing but issues, and I felt horrible. And then another customer bought that same exact product, and it's been the best motorhome they've ever had in their life. So it really depends on which one you're getting. Again, kind of going back, you really want to check that out, check your investment, make sure that it checks off all the boxes.
All right, listen, we're going to wrap this thing up. As I said, we could go on and on. How's the best way for folks to follow you, Matt? And what does the future look like for you in 2020?
Okay, so you can go to my website, www.mattsrvreviews.com. You can check out my YouTube channel, mattsrvreviews.com. Subscribe. Or follow me on Facebook, Matt's RV Reviews. I got the Instagram, but I don't update that. Mostly I do YouTube. I do a review every other day on the Motorhome channel. I publish it at 7 o'clock at night every other day. And then once things slow down at the dealership, I will be kind of re-kicking my towable channel, so we will be doing more of that.
And so we don't know when that's going to be. I mean, hopefully it's not going to slow down at the dealership, so the towables might have to wait a while. I guess that's the optimistic way to look at it, right?
Right. Well, I don't like giving it up, but, there was only so much time in the day.
Yeah.
So hopefully I think in a week or two, we'll be ramping it up again, full production. It is hard making a video every day, but we can do it.
Yeah, you do an awful lot really well, and you do it really quickly. One last question. Where's your dog? We want to see your dog. Come on, get the golden retriever, bring it out here, show it to us, and tell us its name.
Okay, her name is Yuna, and you got to give me like 2 minutes.
2 minutes?
Well, like 1 minute. Hang on.
Okay. All right, folks. Matt's going to get what's the dog's name? Her name Una. Una.
In the meantime, if you're just now tuning in, this is my dad, Alan Warren, the RV Wingman, and he's got your back when you need to know about a lot of things RVing.
That's right. I've got my background is radio and television for 35 years. My wife and I own a campground in Central Texas. I say it's not the biggest, it's not the best, but it's the best that we can make it. Most folks kind of like it, and we love it up there. It's my wife's happy place. It used to be my happy place, my place to escape to until my wife goes, you know what? You stay in San Antonio. I can go up to the happy place and be at the lake. So
now I do see Matt back on the screen. So
all right.
If you want me to pull him back
yeah,
up.
Yeah, come on, Una.
She's asleep in her crate.
Okay.
Oh, you don't want to disturb a sleeping
I'd get in
dog.
big trouble if I wake her up.
All right. Well, that just gives us an excuse to do this again in the near future. How's that?
Absolutely. I love it. Thank you so much.
Well, you betcha. Thanks for being on. Thanks for what you do. And we'll talk again.